Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs. Fraser. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. As you can see, we're getting ready for Halloween, but of course today I'm going to be cleaning my kitchen and then adding the cozy Halloween touches afterwards. So we do need to do a kind of a full kitchen refresh, basically, you know, getting everything cleaned and ready for decorating for the season. I like to make sure that I'm cleaning before decorating, just to make sure, just because sometimes when you add in those extra pieces of decor, it gets a little harder to clean. Or even with all the holiday activities going on, sometimes cleaning gets put onto the back burner. So we're gonna go ahead, get some cleaning done. And yeah, let me know your favorite fall decor ideas down in the comments. But let's go ahead and get into this video.
But I'm not the one who's calling. I'm tired of waiting for you to change into someone who can love me. But you play me like there's no tomorrow. You should know that I'm fed up with your lies, so don't come closer. You know you hurt me bad and I have scars. I need some time to heal, so don't come over. Don't even bother calling, just get lost. I'm fine on my own, so don't even bother to come back, 'cause I ain't done. I'm fine on my own. And boy, you pretty little lies.
So I'm gonna be honest, these shelves really just don't get cleaned that often. I don't know why, but I usually forget about them. So I do want to go ahead and just get them really good and dusted and wiped down, including the little metal, what are those called? The things that hold the shelf up? I don't know, I'm losing my mind today, you guys. But anyway, they tend to collect a lot of dust, so I want to get that all taken care of. And then I also am just dusting all the pieces and all the things also here on the counter. So some of the things I like to do while cleaning is, you know, just making sure in the kitchen that I'm wiping down all the counters and the appliances. You know, we're decluttering surfaces, you know, cleaning the sinks, the stovetops, the cabinets, refreshing any of the towels that need to be refreshed. Usually I would like to go and wash my curtains as well. But I'm gonna be honest, today was just not the day for all of that. Really, I just wanted to get all the surfaces touched. They really needed to just get wiped down and cleaned up, so that way I could decorate. I know, you know, it's such a good feeling to have everything just cleaned before you decorate, because then you can enjoy your decorations just a little bit more. You know, seeing this scale, I get so frustrated with these flowers. I love these flowers so much, but they are from Lowe's, and I'm trying to decide if I should leave them here, if I should find a way to shorten them. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know.
Your eyes. What is
Okay, so these I had last year that I found at Marshall's and Home Goods. I never did find a fourth one to match, to go with the black one. So unfortunately I only have 3. And then of course I had these from a few years ago as well. I actually picked them up at Buc-ee's, but they are, I think, the Mud Pie or something like that brand. They're just the cutest little spoons. And then a little dish. This might have came from Kirkland's. I'm not 100% sure. It's just like a little candy dish. But I do put these guys in there. And then I have some copper mugs that my husband brought home. I have no idea where they're from. He was upset that they got like tarnished, but although I could fix the tarnish, I kind of like it, so I'm just going to leave it for now. And then I have some cute little towels that I got, I think, a couple years ago. I don't remember if I got these last year or when, but I never did use them, and I'm not 100% sure I'm going to use them this year, but it is what it is. And then, of course, I have some, not of course, but I do have some, it's technically garlands. They're like little spider webs. If you guys were here last year, you saw me put these on my cabinets, and I'm going to do it again this year. I just think it is so fun and cute. I just cut them down into pieces like this, and then I put them in the corners on my cabinet. So make sure you stay tuned to see how that goes. And then here are the new cups. I did pick up These, while we were in North Carolina, I just thought they were so cute. I have seen them down here though in Florida, so I know that they're all over the place. But they are at Marshall's or Home Goods or TJ Maxx. But they are just so cute. Winnie the Pooh fall. There's nothing on the back. They were kind of expensive at $10 a piece. In my opinion, I feel like that's kind of high. But you know, they match the theme. So, and then of course I had to pick up this guy. Look at the little cutie patootie skeleton. He looks like he's got like little skeleton jammies on Winnie the Pooh there. I just can't even. And then of course all his friends, Piglet, Eeyore, Tigger, are all on there and just absolutely adorable. So let's go ahead and get started. I do have a variety of these ones. You guys saw the everyday one. I just took him down, so I'm gonna put this one back up in its place. And then I can't wait because I have one for Christmas as well.
I got blood on my hands right now, and I'm stumbling through the dark in the dark.
I wanted to add more decor pieces to this area, try to give it more fall Halloween-like appearance or whatever, but I just couldn't find the pieces that I loved, and I wanted to kind of keep the Winnie the Pooh theme going, I guess. I initially at the beginning of the season found a really cute pumpkin Winnie the Pooh cookie jar, and I said that I didn't get it, but I would probably get it if I saw it again, and I did. I actually saw it again, but the more I thought about it, the more I looked at it, the more I was like, I think it's going to be too big for the area, because I kind of would have replaced the little tea kettle that I have for Winnie the Pooh. I probably would have wanted to replace that, and the cookie jar was just too big, which is unfortunate because the pumpkin Winnie the Pooh cookie jar is absolutely adorable and perfect for the fall season, and I could store, you know, fun little treats in there for the kids or whatnot, but I just felt like it was too big for the space, so I didn't end up getting it, even though I said that I was going to if I saw it again. And what's funny is up in North Carolina, we went to a lot of different Marshalls and Home Goods and TJ Maxx's and stuff, and I kid you not, like I saw so many of them, where down here I saw it once, I think, and one time only. So I don't know, it's funny when you go to different areas, the different things that you see. There was far more Disney or Winnie the Pooh things there. Now our local Marshalls and TJ Maxx and Home Goods and that have a lot of Disney items, but I see a lot more Hello Kitty than anything. It seems that Winnie the Pooh down here either sells really fast or it doesn't sell, and that's why they don't ever get it. I'm not sure which the issue is here, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get this coffee area cleaned up. Now I am so excited. I love this coffee space for the winter, the burr months, if you will. It doesn't get cold here to consider it burr months, if you will, but I still love having a fall like coffee hot chocolate bar. If you guys have been around before we moved down here to Florida in our Nebraska home, I had a coffee bar up there, a hot chocolate bar, and we had like all the things, and I loved it. I miss it so much, but we just don't have the space in this kitchen for a full-on bar with a cart or all that, and so I just use this space on my counter here, and I try to work with it the best I can. I am thinking about changing the way I have the coffee mugs and maybe hanging them from the underneath of the cabinets. You'll have to let me know what you guys think on that. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, why would you screw into new cabinets? Because if you don't know, when we first moved here, we did redo our whole kitchen. But, you know, we live here. That's what we're supposed to do, is use our things. I don't know if I should put coffee hooks under the cabinets or not. You guys are going to have to let me know what you guys think on that. But I do know that I'm going to screw holes into these cabinets eventually because I'm going to get a paper towel holder to put up under the cabinet. I absolutely just despise this paper towel holder here by the sink. It is constantly in the way. The kids are constantly turning it. They get the whole thing dirty because they touch the top to rip a piece off, and it's just a constant struggle and problem. And so I really want to get one that attaches to the cabinet that I can just screw on the bottom of it, and I'm hoping that it would be easier to go that route. So we'll see. I know I've been saying that, but yeah, I really think I want to go that route. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish cleaning, wiping everything down here, and getting these counters nice and cleared off.
Good minds, but I don't ever want us to stop it. Go ahead, then let me smile for all I care. Just wanna stay close, don't take that. Ain't gonna leave ya. Sabotage, you're a million. Explode every time you go and slam the door. Adore how we always end up on the floor. We know how to push the buttons to the core. I've got you. If we figured out what it's all about, takes a second and then we're back it again. Coaster ride for the triggered minds, but I don't ever want us to stop it. Go ahead, then let me smile for all I care.
So I thought I would share a little bit of decorating tips with you guys. Now, I know my style is not everybody's style, and that's the great thing about us, is that we all have different tastes. But some tips and tricks that I like to share or like to do, that I would like to share, are, you know, keeping items in odd numbers. So when you're stacking items or, you know, putting them in a space, keep them in like 3s or 5s, you know, something small, something like that. Help grouping them like that kind of makes it feel a little bit more balanced. And then I also like mixing textures, like different woods with metals and soft fabrics. I actually, you guys, okay, so shocker, I actually am kind of liking the idea of mixing woods too. I know, it seems taboo for me to even say that, but it is what it is. Also, the little scrubby, real quick, that I'm using, it's a razor blade. I actually found it on Amazon. I think it was like $5. It was so cheap. And I just make sure that I get that top nice and wet with some sort of cleaner, and then I use that razor blade and scrape all around the burners. Our left burner, though, is obviously my favorite burner, and it is scratched. It's not because it's not clean. It is literally scratched from the pans that I use. And yeah, it's a problem. Unfortunately, I don't know how to fix that. If you guys have any ideas on how to fix that, that would be really helpful. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead, finish cleaning this area, and then we're gonna open this microwave up and see how disgusting it is inside. Ugh. So if you're wondering, I did just put a glass of water, a measuring cup glass of water into the microwave, and let it sit in there for, I think I cooked it basically for like 2 minutes. Now I'm going to give you a very big warning. Please be very careful doing this. I have seen somebody do this with the water, and it boiled. Like, you couldn't visibly see it boiling, but she went to move the cup and it exploded. The water exploded onto her and burnt her pretty severely. So please be careful doing this. Don't do it. It's how I've done it. It's how I've been taught to clean out a microwave, but it makes me very nervous to teach that to others. But that is the best way I have found to get the grime out of the microwave. This microwave was so bad, it definitely looked like a lot of things blew up inside of it. A lot of food. Who knows what was going on. But I'll be honest, I don't ever use this microwave. It's my kids and my husband that use it most of the time. Your girl just cleans it out, to be honest. But we're going to keep moving along here. Now that it is all cleaned out and so pretty sparkly clean, we're going to move on over to this final little section of the countertops. Now, you know what? I feel like people are going to be like, Tammy, what were you thinking? Why would you wipe all the countertops off? Because here in a minute, we're going to go back and wipe all the the cabinets too. And usually I clean the upper cabinets and then I clean the counters and then I clean the lower cabinets. I don't know what I was thinking. I went from cleaning that middle island peninsula area to right over to the coffee bar, hot cocoa bar, and yeah, that's just what happened. So and then I just continued on around the counters. But I did want to go ahead and just get this wiped down. I think it is so cute. I like storing all my utensils in, all my wooden utensils or my metal utensils in my mixer. I just think it looks really cute. And it, you know, it gives it purpose other than just taking space up on the counter because I don't have a cabinet to store it in. So, and it's really heavy. Because this is the professional series KitchenAid. It is just, I mean, even the Artesian brand KitchenAid or the Artesian line is just so heavy, and I really just don't like, I don't want to do a squat to take it out of the cabinet, out of the bottom. And yeah, so anyway, I think it's just cute to add a festive towel. I have some Santa Claus ones that I put up there at Christmas, and I just think it is the cutest thing ever. I love it. So I think I was also saying, I meant to say when I was over in the coffee bar area that I am so excited to do our wintertime hot chocolate bar. I love getting like all the little marshmallows and the candies and all that, the peppermint ones and the chocolate ones and all that from Home Goods every year and building that bar. My kids absolutely love it and look forward to it every year. So I will definitely be sharing that. So make sure you subscribe because you're not going to want to miss that. I know you guys all like my homemade hot chocolate. So I hope that you guys will come back and check out the hot chocolate or hot cocoa bar that I make this year for Christmas time. Moving on though, I did want to get the table decorated as well, but I noticed that this wall was collecting dust. So I wanted to get that cleaned off first. I can't remember if I posted over here or not. I know I did on TikTok and I'm pretty sure I did on Instagram. I put a poll up on Instagram. If you're not following me over there, definitely go check it out. It's being_Mrs. Fraser or being Mrs. Fraser. It's all the same thing, or I do have it linked down in the description, but definitely go check out my Instagram. I do post my stories over there all the time for you guys. A little bit more in like recent time as opposed to you guys see these videos probably, you know, a few weeks, a few days after everything's kind of happened. But anyway, I found these runners at at Marshall's. I love a good festive runner. I used to do tablecloths at our old house when we had a full-size table. However, in this house, it is much smaller area of a dining space, and so we have a much smaller table. If you can't tell, this is a regular size runner, but the table is like half the size or half the width, maybe 3/4 of the width of a normal size table. So I don't want to use a full tablecloth. So I use a runner, and I just think they are so cute. I actually initially had 3 picked out. One was really pretty. It just had like a deep orangey red color with some cream and like little gold flecks in it. And I thought, you know, it was really pretty. And then I had this pumpkin one, and then I had the ghost one that you guys saw as well. And I could not decide between the pumpkin one and the ghost one. I just thought they were both super cute. But when I laid the ghost one out on the table, I didn't really like it there. So I actually ended up putting it in the living room, which I'll show you here in just a second. But yeah, so I also, just a little tip from Tammy, one thing I really love is lighting candles this time of year. Your girl lights candles all the time. There is always a candle burning in this house. I love the sense of fall though. That is my favorite time of year to burn a candle, is just getting that nice warm scent of just pumpkin and marshmallow and fire, what are those things called? When you sit outside by the fire, you know, just that smokiness, it just all the things of fall. So I love burning a good candle. I will say the candles on the table, they actually are drip candles, so they look like they're bleeding. The white candles are actually from Hobby Lobby, and they were actually in their Christmas section of all places last year. And then the black ones are from At Home. And I actually didn't use the black ones last year, although I bought the black ones last year. And so I decided to do both this year. And I will say the ones from Hobby Lobby are a lot better. They have that more bleeding look to them, more than the black ones do. But it is what it is. I liked kind of the change up of the two candles. I think they look fun and spooky, kind of give that spooky look, I guess, if you will, the Halloween look. Just added that fun into with my fall decor. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get these cabinets all wiped down. They definitely need it. It's been a hot minute, and they're white cabinets, which they show everything. Now the uppers don't get near as bad as the lower cabinets, but they all are needing a good cleaning.
Times another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smell, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the who goes doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention, so you would say yes. I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Told you I could never let you go. I'm not so sure you believe me, but if I mean to show you, I will never let you go. No, 'cause you don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
You guys will have to let me know too what your littles are dressing up for Halloween this year. We are an undecided household, so my oldest will probably just go with a friend. I don't know if they're trick-or-treating or not. You guys will have to let me know too how you guys, like, what the age cutoff is for you guys. So, you know, my kind of thought on it is if a teenager shows up at my door for candy, I'm going to give them candy. I guess I would kind of rather them be out trick-or-treating than out causing problems or, you know, going to parties or whatever. So I'm definitely going to give a teenager candy, but, you know, I know not everybody feels that way. But I do also know when I was younger, we didn't celebrate Halloween or anything like that. And so I never got to trick-or-treat as a little kid. And my very first time trick-or-treating, my only time really trick-or-treating for myself until I had children, I was 18. My first time ever trick-or-treating was at 18. And so, And everybody was so kind to me and so nice, and they thought it was the neatest thing ever that I was a teenager out trick-or-treating instead of out getting in trouble. And so I'm just curious what your guys' thoughts are on that. My oldest is 18. She just turned 18 in August, and she's kind of trying to decide what her and her friend are going to do. One of her friends does throw a party. It is a parent party, though. Like, parents are there. So it's nothing crazy with like high schoolers or anything like that. There's not going to be any issues. You know what I mean? And so she's been invited to that, but she's not sure that she wants to go that route. She doesn't really like the costume ideas, I guess, that some of her friends have come up with, but one of her other friends, they've talked about just going trick-or-treating, and they are going to do matching costumes. I know there's been a bunch of different ideas that they've thrown out for them. I know, like, Dumb and Dumber, Magic Mike, the way Channing Tatum dresses in the beginning of the video with the jeans and then the white tank top and that. And then I forget what the other ones are that she's thrown out. And then our next daughter down, our 16-year-old, hasn't said anything about Halloween, so I don't know what she's doing. She hasn't trick-or-treated with us, though, in a couple years. She usually goes with friends, so if she trick-or-treats, that's probably what will happen. And then our 14-year-old, she hasn't said a whole lot either. She said something the other day about being Joker, but I'm not sure what she's doing. So I don't know if she'll trick-or-treat or not, or if she'll dress up, or what she will be doing. And then our son, he is 11, and he hasn't said either. So I don't know if they're just not here for Halloween this year, which whatever floats their boat. Hey, if they're not going to trick or treat, I am so excited to sit at home and hand out candy. I love handing out candy to all the little kids and seeing all their little faces and all that. I think it's just the cutest thing ever. And so, yeah, if none of my kids want to trick or treat, I'll be a little bit sad, but at the same time, I'll be excited to hand out candy. So anyway, you guys will have to let me know what costumes are popular this year for your kiddos or grandkiddos. I'm just kind of curious, but we're moving on now. We are putting up the spider webs. If you remember last year, if you were here with me, I actually found these. It's like a garland from, I think they were like $2 or something like that at Walmart. And then I just took the ribbon out and then cut the little spider webs in half, and they fit perfectly in the little corners of my cabinet. So I am just using like a sticky tack. I think it's Gorilla Glue sticky tack. So it holds very well, but it does not rip any of my cabinet front off. So I was very, very happy about that, because I was a little nervous when I initially did this, but again, I did this last year. Last year I think I put it on every single corner of the cabinet, where this year I'm kind of doing a little less. Sometimes I feel like less is more. Not always. You guys have seen my house. Less is not always more for Tammy. But for whatever reason, I just didn't feel like doing all of the cabinets. I felt like doing it a little bit less this year. So that's what we're doing. We're just kind of going around the kitchen and getting all the little spider webs put up. Oh, real quick though, while we're looking at the sink here, you see that little space that's empty? You can see like the little loops that are up there in the ceiling where the green connects to the tile. So the little loops are just screws that are like eye hooks that I hung up there because I wanted to hang something, and we found out that when they installed the counter and the sink that they didn't install it centered. It's a whole situation. It is what it is. But I have been wanting to put something in this spot to try to bring warmth into that space, and I cannot figure it out. Well, I think I got to figure it out. So back in, I don't know, the 90s, 80s, maybe they've been doing this even back before that. When you have your oak cabinet, you have that little like wood valance, I think is what it's called, like with that wood like kind of pretty piece. It's not a scallop, but it's got like that fancy border type look to it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, or am I just talking here? But I am thinking that I want to find a piece of wood Like I want raw wood because I want to stain it myself so it matches the other wood in my home. Because I just really love that, and it's the same color as the shelves that I would do that are there with my Winnie the Pooh stuff on it. But I just think it would look really good right there. I know it's outdated, if you will. I know a lot of people aren't putting those up, but I don't care. This is my house. And I'm really thinking I want to do that, but I don't know where to find the piece at. I don't really know what it's called. I don't know if wood valance is correct, because when I look up wood valance, I do see some decorative pieces like that, but then typically what I see is the wood piece that goes around the curtain. I don't know. So help a girl out. Let me know if you know what that is called. Let me know what you guys think of the idea. Like I said, I know it's my house, so I'm gonna probably do it if I can find the piece. But if you know where the piece is, let me know, or let me know how to get my hands on something like that. Because I think I'm gonna do it. I think it would look really good and help add warmth to that space. All right, we are on the final step of getting this kitchen cleaned up. I think we are officially all decorated. Everything, I think, is all decorated here, and I love it. I will give you guys a final look, though, at the very end, so make sure you stay tuned. I do have a bunch of fun videos coming up for you guys. I think the next one you guys will see is the pumpkin dinner. So kind of like we did with the apple, I had a dessert. I'm going to have, let's see, what are we making? I can't remember everything I'm making. I have a drink, a main dish, a dessert, and a side, I think is what I'm making. All with pumpkin, all pumpkin themed, so I'm super excited to share that with you guys. You guys will probably see that one next. Don't worry though, I am going to be doing a decorating porch video. My front porch, it needs decorated so bad. I did get some mums for out there, but with all the hurricane situation going on out in the Atlantic, I just have not been able to decorate out front yet. So I am going to be doing that, so I hope you guys will subscribe and come back to see that. I love decorating my front porch. I love sharing all that fun, the decor, whatever, holiday decor, Halloween, fall decor with everybody. And I just love the way it makes my house look so cozy, and so I'm super excited for that. Like I said, I did already get some mums. I'm going to be putting up the fall decor, and then I also have a fun little DIY project. So I can't wait for that. That'll be not the next video, but in 2 videos, because we also have to do some cleaning out there too. But like I said, I need to make sure these hurricanes are gone, because I don't want to decorate when to just have to take it right back down. So that's why I haven't done the front porch yet, but we're getting there, I promise. But anyway, guys, we're gonna just go ahead and finish out here. I got the floor vacuumed, and now we're just getting it nice and mopped and cleaned up. This literally took me all day. I am so ready to be done, but I just love the fall decor. So let me show you how everything turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that red subscribe button so you don't forget to come back. And I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe. And we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.